All right, so welcome to yoga. This is Warrior Wednesday. So on Wednesdays, we do a little more active practice, of course, with options that you can slow down, take a break, do what your body needs this morning. I have a question for you, and obviously I just asked you to mute your microphone so you won't be able to answer out loud. So this is just a riddle for you to contemplate. But the question is, what is in an empty bowl? What is in an empty bowl? And the obvious answer is nothing, right? But according to the Japanese koan, inside the empty bowl is all possibility. So when this bowl's full, it's only full of what it's full of, and there's no possibility for adding to it. But when the bowl is empty, it can now contain anything, right? So this practice this morning is a practice of emptying our bowls, so to speak. I've been participating for the last several days in an intensive training about race in America, and I'm learning so much. I'm just putting all this stuff in my head, but what I keep learning is how much I have to unlearn. How much it's important for me to let go of things that have been fed to me and taught to me my whole life, like the white body is the standard of beauty, right? And so that unlearning for me is emptying my bowl. And I'm feeling this right now at a visceral level, which is unsettling, like to let go of ideas and beliefs and systems and constructs and ways of doing things is so hard and so scary, right? And yet, it's the only place we can learn something new is when we let go of what we think we already know. So let's use our bodies this morning as a way of kind of wringing out what's here, what's filling up your bowl this morning. While we're at that, we'll empty the thoughts of our minds because that's really what yoga wants to help us do. And we'll see at the end of class if there's anything here in this, any empty space and how we might fill it up. So find a comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. On the floor, on a cushion, even on a chair. And root down at the bottoms of your sitting bones. Looks like a lot of you, your ankle bones are on the floor, maybe even your hands. How much can you connect with Mother Earth right now? Just the earth beneath you. Just feel for a moment just a heaviness of gravity pulling you down here. You might have been moving a lot and busy and active and buzzing. So see if you can exhale into, just for a moment, this being held, stopped in your tracks. And then notice your breath, the inhale and the exhale even and equal. If you're holding a lot of tension right now, maybe audible exhales will help, an open mouth sigh. As you notice your breath, bring your hands together in front of your chest, this gesture of gratitude. And as you breathe in and breathe out, let your thumbs touch your sternum and just bring to mind just maybe one thing that you feel gratitude for this morning. And notice how that is also a way of coming into present moment, just the feeling of gratitude. If you'd like, you can set an intention for this time you've created for yourself. A way of being here or a reason for being here. And then let your hands just come back to your lap, palms down or up, your choice. Let's start with some neck stretches, just dropping one ear to one shoulder, rolling chin across chest to the opposite side, and go forward again. Make these little half circles with your neck. Just noticing tension, tightness, effort there. And let your breath begin to soften any tight spaces. Moving back to center, draw your shoulders up to your ears, squeeze nice and tight, and then press your shoulders back, draw shoulder blades down towards your hips. Do that again, pull your shoulders forward and up, exaggerate the back and down. Make as big a circle as you can with your shoulders and notice there. Is there any tension or tightness? If you're a human being in 2020, the answer is yes. Roll your shoulders back and down and keep them right there for a second and notice how that helps you lift your heart up and forward. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders. And then inhale to pull your elbows back a little bit farther. Exhale, draw your elbows towards each other and maybe even tuck your chin and round down. Just kind of see how that feels in your upper back to inhale and open and to exhale and round. Move with your breath. Just exploring spaces inside the body today. Spaces where things get stuck. Our body holds every single memory from every experience we've lived on this earth, and maybe even before we got to this earth, depending on what you believe. Your body knows where you've been. Open your arms out wide to the sides, turn your palms up and reach fingers high. Inhale even more. Beautiful, and then let those arms sweep down to the earth. Turn the palms up, go again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. One more time, reach high. This time, interlace fingers and press your palms to the ceiling. Feel the underside of your fingers stretching. Might even move a little bit here, side to side. Find what's here. Press as you inhale, palms even higher. And then palms turn down, peel the arms open. Let the left arm hit the ground first. Right arm now sweeps up and over. And here in this side stretch, press your right hip to the earth and move around a little bit with your shoulder to see if you can pull shoulder farther away from hip. It's more about shoulder lifting than fingers lifting. Move into that side of you. Return to center, right hand drops, left arm lifts. Same thing. So as we think about this empty bowl, I have this image of, you know, there's that person in your house that leaves dirty dishes in the sink, and then you wake up in the morning and there's crusty inside of the bowl and you have to scrub, right? You got to get out the scrubber to get that old stuff out. That's what I'd like us to do this morning. It's just get inside of the body and act like we're scrubbing something that's a little stubborn. We want to get it unstuck. Release back to center. Bring your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers softly so your elbows stay bent. Lift your chest and then begin to reach your knuckles down, arms straightening, chest pushes forward. If this doesn't feel good to you, grab a strap, a sock, a shirt, something to hold on to. So knuckles down, chest lifts, shoulders are on your back. Breathe here. Good, and then release. Twist your body to each side a couple of times, just an introduction to twisting, nothing big or deep. Just test the waters here. And then let's come around to a tabletop position. Stacking the shoulders over the hands, the hips over the knees. Inhale, arch your back, cow pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees off the earth and peel up into a bent leg, downward facing dog. Inhale back to cow, so drop your knees, point your toes, lift your chest. And exhale, child's pose. Remember that you can come here anytime you want and stay here as long as you want. Let's link these three movements together with breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, down dog. Take your time, no rush. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, arch your back, cow. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, cow. And exhale, child's. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to use this flow as our vinyasa for today. If you prefer the more traditional vinyasa with chaturanga and up dog, you're welcome to switch it out. It's the same, 4 breaths. Let's come back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, bend your right knee and let your left heel drop to the earth. Just pause right here with your breath. Notice the stretch in the back of your left calf, maybe hamstring, back of knee. Inhale up onto both of your toes, drop the right heel, bend the left knee. Breathe into the calf, the knee, the hamstring of the right leg. Inhale onto both the balls of both feet, lift both heels. And then exhale, start to descend both of your heels toward the mat. They don't have to touch, just move them in that direction. Knees can stay bent. Breathe here. Look forward. Walk or hop your feet to meet your hands. Come down here into forward fold with soft knees. Try to keep a softness here, allowing your spine to be long over your legs. And then press your hands to your shins, lift halfway. Find that nice long spine. Bring your hands to your hips, and from your hips, rise up to mountain pose. Find standing. Feet underneath you, shoulders on your back. We'll do some half salutations. This is going to help us build some heat. So inhale, arms reach. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Move from your hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach arms high, ground through your feet. Beautiful. Hands to heart. Exhale. Let's do that again. Reach high. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Half lift. Breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Reach high. Deep breath in. And hands come back to heart. Exhale. We'll go one more time. Take your time, but breathe deep. Inhale. Exhale. Half lift. Forward fold. Reach your arms high. And hands to heart. Beautiful. Step a little bit wider. Let your arms again come behind you. So we're going to work into something deeper for the shoulders today. So starting here, you can either just reach towards your hands, or if you can interlace, grab your fingers. Hands are loose and kind of close to the body again, elbows bent. So we start with a gentleness, right? And we'll go deeper. So if it's available to you, begin to straighten your arms, drawing your palms closer together, knuckles reaching to the earth. And notice how that feels across your collarbones. There's a little more stretch in front of the shoulders here. Reach your knuckles down, pull your heart up. Awesome. Now change that by just opening your palms and lifting your arms higher. Notice how that stretch now comes into a little more into the tops of the shoulders, your trapezius. And do that a couple times. Inhale, palms together, knuckles down, look up. Exhale, palms open, arms reach back, look down. Palms together, look up, straighter arms, and open. Look down, feel the tops of the shoulders. And then just release your hands to your sides and see if you feel any tingling in your fingers. Shoulders roll back. Ah, beautiful. Scoop the arms high. Come around into chair, arms forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. Sit as low as you can in that chair and feel your shoulders, that mobility in your shoulders. Start to find ujjayi breath, that whisper sound of breath. One more time, reach high. Sweep into chair, pause right here, arms out in front, tailbone back, chest lifted. Breathe here. Feel some heat. Good, let your arms come behind you, and once again, either your strap or interlace your fingers. Open up the chest, lift your arms as high as you can, and let's fold here. Head toward the earth, knuckles to the sky. Big exhale. See how high you can lift your arms without strain or pain. Just trying to get into those nooks and crannies. A little extra scrubbing today inside. And then release your hands to the mat. Come back into downward facing dog. And we'll take our vinyasa for today. So if you want traditional vinyasa, that would look like plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, and down dog. And for today, I'm offering cow, down dog, cow, and child's. So whichever you've chosen, let's meet in downward facing dog. Raise your right leg straight behind you. Keep your hips stacked and your left heel reaching for the floor, and then just really press into your hands. Let that leg stretch up behind you. Breathe here. I'm going to start a sequence of poses that help us open the psoas, the hip flexors. As you exhale, step that foot to the top of your mat. Drop the back knee to the mat, point your toes back. Pause here for a breath. Good. Bring your hands to your right thigh and just press up and see if that causes any pain in your back. You can stay low. And either staying right here or lifting your arms up, your choice. Breathe into the front of your left hip. Breathe into the front of your right hip, which is in a totally different position. Allow your hands to come back to the mat. Slide your hips back. Feel length in your right hamstring. And then return back to lunge. Tuck the back toes, step to downward facing dog. Raise the left leg high. Try to keep your hips squared. You're putting like a footprint on the wall behind you. Reach away from your hands. Inhale, shifting forward, set the left foot on the mat and drop your back knee. Point your toes to the wall behind you and pause here for a breath. Notice that right hip flexor. You can stay here or press up on the left knee, finding a little more length. Listen to your low back. Sometimes the lower back sends signals. It's wise to listen to those, right, Gail? You can stay here or lift your arms up. Notice space in your body. Right hip, left hip, doing two different things. And then release your hands, tuck your back toes, step back, down dog. And let's take a vinyasa here. Your choice, your way. It's 4 breaths. There's an inhale. Exhale, we come forward, the inhale. And we go back on the exhale, your choice. Meet in downward facing dog. And step your right foot again to the top of the mat. We're going to stay on our toes this time, toes of the back leg. So if you can, try to stack your heel above your toes on that back leg. Make your back leg nice and straight, really buoyant, long, and strong. Either stay here or press up on the front knee. Again, letting your low back help you make that choice. And you can stay here or reach your arms. High lunge. Breathe here, arms reaching back, chest lifting forward, finding space. As we exhale, lower the left hand to the earth, sweep the right arm up into lunge. Open, fingertips lifting. If you can, turn your head to look at your hand if that doesn't hurt your neck. If it does, the head can turn down or sideways. Take another deep breath here. And as you exhale, hand to mat, step back, down dog. Let's step the left foot to the top of the mat. Toes stay tucked under. And try to stack that heel over your toes. Back leg straight and strong. So 3 levels, 3 choices. You can stay right here. It's a great stretch for the hip flexor. Maybe halfway pressing on the leg and maybe arms reaching. Your choice, what feels really good to your body right here, maybe a little challenging. Beautiful, everyone. Reach and breathe. On the exhale, right hand to the mat or block. Left arm comes up into your twist. So you're turning toward your left knee. Belly button turns almost like you could pull your belly button up over that left leg eventually. Beautiful. Release. Drop your hand to the mat. Downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa. If you're with me, it's cow. Cow, dog, cow, child. To help you remember it. You can always pause in that child's pose. When you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Raise your right leg high and exhale, step that foot to the top of the mat. It is Warrior Wednesday, so we're moving into some warrior poses. Drop your back heel, rise up high. Warrior one. Give yourself a moment here to get solid through your feet. And then again, let's let our arms come behind. We've practiced this before. So either reaching towards each other or interlace. Let's try both ways. Palms together, knuckles down, arms straight, the chest lifts. And then palms open. Tilt your body forward into humble warrior. Let's do a couple of those moving with breath. Inhale slowly, palms come together, knuckles down, chest up. Exhale, palms open, tilt forward, humble warrior. One more time. Lift and open. And lower. Pause here to let your arms lift as high as they will. Connect with even breathing. And lower your hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. Deep breaths. And then let's raise our left leg up. Stepping through. Drop the back heel. And come up into your warrior one. In warrior one, you guys really be firm and strong in your left foot and make sure this knee is up over the ankle. It can be behind a little bit, but just make sure it doesn't come in front like that. All right, here we go. Arms come behind. Reach back. Connect your fingers. Open your chest. And then let's press palms together, knuckles down, arms long, chest lifts high. Tilt forward. Open the palms, humble warrior, head drops low. 2 more times, moving with breath. And exhale down. Hold here. Lift your arms as high as you can with no pain. Finding something that seems a little stuck. Breathe here. And then release your hands to the ground, downward facing dog. Let's take a vinyasa. And choose. You might even make something totally different up. 4 breaths. Moving the spine forward and back. Let's all come down into child's pose. Drop your knees to the mat. Take a moment here to thread the needle. Right arm comes underneath the left, and the left fingers walk forward a little bit. Continuing this exploration of shoulders, shoulders surround our heart chakra. And a lot of emotion gets stuck here. Breathe deep into your back. And release, come back to child's pose and just switch. Just draw the other shoulder to the earth, ear toward the earth. The hips can be high or low. Walk your right fingers forward, get a little more space. And come on back to center. Meet in downward facing dog. We'll step our right foot to the top of the mat. Drop the back heel, come up, warrior one. Very good. Lower your arms to your sides. Just pause right here, chest is open. We're gonna bring the back foot forward about a foot so that we're ready for pyramid pose. And we're gonna try to add those arms that we've been working on into pyramid. So bring your arms back, interlace, press your knuckles down, palms close together as much as you can. That's a pretty, if you've got tight shoulders, it's hard to get there. So just moving in that direction. And then open your palms, let your arms start to lift, and then moving from the hips, continue to lift your knuckles high and drop your head low. So we're bringing our forehead down toward that right shin, and then make a little extra effort to hug your shoulders onto your back and lift the knuckles even higher. Deeper breath here, exaggerate, in and out. Release your hands down to the mat. Lift and lengthen halfway. Walk your fingers forward and just let that back foot start to float up off the ground. Find balance here. You might even challenge yourself, bringing your hands to your shin or your ankle. Breathe here. And then let's release this left foot toward the right, come into forward fold, and we'll switch sides. So step your right foot back, come all the way up into warrior one first, reach high, breathe deep. Good, beautiful. And then relax your arms down by your sides. Just draw that back foot forward. These poses have pretty much the same foundation, just a little more narrow. Arms come back, grab a strap or interlace. Start with palms reaching toward each other, knuckles to the ground, chest draws open wide. Breathe here. Really nice. Open your palms, start to lift the arms. Let that action draw you forward, like a teeter-totter. Knuckles high, head dropping low. Eventually, the forehead comes toward the left shin. And then lift arms higher. Breathe here, everybody. In and out. Releasing the hands to the earth. Lift and lengthen to a flat back. Bring your hands forward and find balance. Rooting down through your left foot. Feeling the earth here, maybe testing your balance. And let's step back into downward facing dog and take a vinyasa. Any way you want. Breathe in to arch your back. Breathe out. In and out. So then reach forward so that you can lower yourself all the way down onto your belly. Arms at your sides, we're moving into locust pose. So start here by tucking your tailbone, point your toes, and press the feet into the floor, but let your kneecaps lift. See if you can do that. See if you can press feet down, but kneecaps up. Arms lift to your sides. Let your torso begin to follow. This is a great place to stay right here. Turn your palms down. If you like, interlace your fingers and open up the chest here. Breathe. Feel the strength of your back. Eyes are forward, maybe a little bit up. If you'd like a little more challenge, you can float your feet. Just listen to your low back. And exhale. Turn your head to either the left side or the right side and just wiggle out your hips. And then draw your fingertips to the floor off the edges of your mat. So I'm going to bend my elbows about 90 degrees, but bring my fingers wider so that you can lift up a little higher than cobra, a little lower than up dog. Pull your chest forward, lengthen your belly. Exhale, just lower down, and we're going to come up again. In your mind, picture seaweed under the water. See if you can make your spine move with that kind of ease and grace. Notice as you come down, there's a little shoulder stretch in the front. We'll go one more time. And turn your head to the other side. Relax your arms. Wiggle out your hips. Well, let's bring our hands to our shoulders. Press yourself up to a tabletop position and sweep your legs around. Let's find a seat. We'll bring our legs out in front of us. Pull the flesh back. Good. One more time. Bring the arms behind. Either just, you can put fingertips on the floor or interlace again. Chest lifts, spine lengthens. And then let's just lean forward over the legs. Let's come back up to breathe in. Keep the hands back. Exhale, tilt forward. One more time, up and down. And this time, as you tilt forward from the hips, release the hands, sweep them around, and just grab whatever you can. It might be a knee, a shin, a foot, a strap. Breathe in and breathe out right here. And bringing ourselves back up. We'll slowly lower down onto our backs. We're going to see what we can find in our hips here. So we're creating a figure 4. So cross your right ankle over your left lower thigh, right above your knee. And then reach down through that triangle, pull in. You can either hold on to your shin or the back of your hamstring. Close your eyes and breathe here. In this position, imagine your breath moving down into your hips and scrubbing. Finding something that's stuck and old. And really taking up space in your bowl. Let each exhale release a trace of that old stuck energy. It's time. It's time to let it go. As we release this, we're going to bring our left foot to the floor. We keep this knee bent. So hang on to this knee for a second while the left leg straightens out. And then come into kind of a cradle the baby. So you can hold your ankle and your knee with your hands. If you have a little more hip flexibility, maybe holding your ankle and your knee with your elbows. And there's just this little rocking. Deeper pinch in the right hip, stretch in the outer hip. Yeah, beautiful, you guys, really nice. And then let's release that, let the leg come all the way up straight, move that sensation down into the hamstring, point and flex your foot. And then releasing that foot to the floor, cross the left leg over, figure 4. And reaching through that triangle, pull in. Just eyes closed, noticing sensation in your body. Where you feel that tightness, pay attention. Look there. Breathe there. Notice the softening with the exhale right there in that tight place. And we can drop the right foot to the floor and then hold on to the heel and the knee of the left leg. Let your right leg go all the way flat to the floor. And so this could be your position here, just kind of wiggling around through the hip. If you feel a little more flexibility, you can hug your foot and your knee with your elbows. And then move around just like you're cradling a baby. Just rock back and forth. Paying attention to your hips. And then release as we pull that leg up. One final lengthening movement. Flex and point your foot. And then just slowly lower the leg all the way down to the ground. Take a moment to adjust your body so that you can just lay here on the earth. You might take your heels a little wider so that your feet kind of flop open. You might extend your arms out a little bit wider than your mat. Close your eyes and be here on your mat. If it feels comfortable to you, turn your palms up, this gesture of being open. As you inhale, draw fresh oxygen into this body that's now like an empty bowl, receptive. And breathe out another cleansing breath. Continue with that image. Each exhale empties the vessel so that a new breath comes in. Be aware of this next breath coming in through your nostrils and feel it making its way all the way down into your toes. Exhale like a wave, just rolling out of your body. Bring breath in, nose all the way down into toes. And exhale like a big wave, just rolling out of your body, emptying you of breath. Do that one more time, a full body breath. Start to wiggle fingers and toes. As we get ready to make a transition back to a seat, I ask you to come back with tenderness, with awareness of this empty vessel. When you're ready, just find your seat. Keep your eyes closed. Let's end today with this empty cup mudra. So I'd like you to just bring your hands together like you're making a little bowl with your hands. And you can just hold that down in front of you where you can bring your eyes into this empty vessel. As I leave you with the words of Martha Postlewaite, do not try to serve the whole world or do anything grandiose. Instead, create a clearing in the dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is yours alone to sing falls into your open, cupped hands, and you recognize and greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to the world so worthy of rescue. Wait there patiently until the song that is yours alone to sing falls into your open, cupped hands. As we bring those hands together and back to our heart, may we today be aware of, okay with, and maybe even invite emptiness, clearing space. Thank you so much for being here, for being you, for making time. Namaste.